Hey, what's up everyone? It's Wego Sims here, and welcome to my very first Let's Play on YouTube. So if you hadn't already guessed by the title, we are doing a 100 baby challenge. So if you haven't heard of this challenge before, I'm going to link the creator and the rules down below, but I'll probably go through the rules whilst doing this video as well. So this video is purely just showing you the sim that we're going to start with and the starter home that I've created for her. So I'm just going to go through who she is, a little bit of her backstory, and then we'll jump into her house tour as well. So her name is Anna Fraser. There is no reason why I chose this name. It was just the name that came to my head while I was doing it. If you saw just before, her aspiration is family with a successful lineage pathway. I thought this was pretty fitting for someone who wants to have lots of babies. So her trait, she's romantic. That'll help us define all those men to have our babies with. If you don't know the rules, the first rule is you can only have babies, like every time you fall pregnant, you're only allowed to fall pregnant to that person once. So it could be fun. She's also family orientated, obviously that will help as well, and she's creative. And the reason I chose creative is we can't have a job. We can have one of those jobs where you're at home, but we can't actually leave the lot and go to a job and leave our kids by themselves. So creative, I thought we could do some painting, some woodwork, who knows. We'll figure out how we're going to make money as we go. So her little backstory that I've come up with, she's a bit of a hopeless romantic, but she doesn't want to settle down with anybody. She just loves everyone. She's an only child from a wealthy family, so she wants lots of kids because she is a lonely child. She didn't have anyone to play with, and she doesn't want her kids to ever feel that way. And she was told by her parents that she can't live by herself. Like, she comes from a wealthy family, so she's gone out on her own. She's just got to start a home, and we're going to take it from there. So that's where I'm starting with the challenge. I'm just going to go through some of the rules with you for those who don't know. So like I said, this will be linked in the description. So you have to have a young adult sim. She is called the Matriarch, so she's the matriarch of our family. It doesn't have to be a female, but that's just what I went with, as long as the child or the person can have children. So as you can see, we're just jumping into building her house. I'm not that happy with the roofing. I chose a really weird layout, and I'm still trying to get used to doing a bit of building. I'm not used to doing starter homes, so I ran out of money pretty quick. And I wanted to make sure I had a little bit left over for her for when we jump into gameplay. I actually found it really hard to do the floor plan in this house as well. But I think it turned out okay. And obviously we're going to have lots of kids. We're going to be expanding, hopefully getting some money to expand. But we'll put all those kids to work. Let me have a look at these rules. So we are going to call our male sims, or the sims that impregnate us, our donors, because we don't want anything to do with them. We just want them to have a bit of fun and give us babies. So you have to play with aging on and a normal lifespan. So obviously we have to try and have as many babies with this sim as we can. You can't use CC or any mods, which is fine because I don't use anything like that in my game. No cheats. The only exception is bb.moveobjects, which I might have used to place some stuff. I can't remember. But we couldn't place anything from the live edit, which really sucks because I love using live edit objects, and I would love to have put some trees and things around. But that's okay. We'll do some landscaping. She's going to be a creative and active sim, you know. She's going to be out in that garden. Babies cannot be aged up until you get a notification saying it's their birthday, and toddlers can be aged up when they reach level 3 in all toddler skills, and children and teenagers can be aged up when they get an A in school. So obviously we are trying to get them as quickly through to adulthood as we can, so that we can fill up our household with more babies. You can't make more room in your house by killing off sims or letting babies, toddlers or children get taken by social services. Yeah, and here it says your matriarch may register as self-employed or have a work from home career, but cannot have any job that requires her to go to a destination. she can't have a part-time job. Teenagers can have part-time jobs to support the family, so we are so doing that. What else we got? She cannot get married while she's of childbearing age. So I thought that might be cool. Once she's had all their babies, we might find her an older gentleman for her to settle down with, and then the next child, the next matriarch, the next matriarch will take over. Yeah, and cannot get pregnant by the same donor twice, and they cannot contribute to the household in any way. So like no child support, nothing. It's all on her. You cannot influence the gender of your children, because we want to create a female to take over as well. And following on from her becoming an elder, when she can't have children, her youngest daughter is the next matriarch. So then you can move out your elderly matriarch once she is a young adult. So there might be a bit of that could be quite funny there, because, you know, we might become an elder and have a baby. So we might have to wait until she's a young adult. So that's going to make gameplay interesting and fun, because we want to try and complete this challenge in as less time as possible. So yeah, I'm going to make sure that I record all the babies that we have. We're going to fill up the world with all our children, move out all those other people, but we've got to make sure that we've got enough men that we can have babies with. So that could be interesting. Yeah, we'll have to make sure we remember who's our kids. I hadn't thought about it like that. Oh gosh. So as you can see, the house is starting to come together now. It's very simple. I'm not sure about that front entranceway. I feel like it's taking up a lot of room that we could have used for that lounge room. But as we go through the game, we will add on. We'll also put in a lot more kids stuff. I just put a couple of beds in just to have an idea of where everything was going to go. Obviously, it looks like there's a boys' room and a girls' room. And you would have seen before, I did all of the flooring and the walls without lights in there. I don't know why I did that. It was so dark and you couldn't tell what I was doing. I guess I kind of had an idea of what color scheme I wanted to go for, so I just did it. They're all very cheap wallpapers, so we'll probably change all of that at some stage. I did the windows last because I was worried that I was going to run out of money, and I wanted to make sure we had everything we needed in the house. There is a lot more stuff that obviously we will add. As you can see here, I had a little bit of money left over, so I thought we'd get parenthood counters in there, which I really like. I think the first thing I'm going to try and upgrade is those appliances, which I just realized probably would have been a smarter move to upgrade them as opposed to the counters. And we'll do a lot more landscaping, and we'll get her into all those creative things. We're going to look after bees. We could do the flower arranging. We really just want to start getting some money at home. We can also have a retail store, so that is another option, but we'll see how we go. But I'm about finished in this video, guys, so I hope you are intrigued. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like, subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more content. I will be doing a lot more builds as well in the future. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye!